Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny and today I have a quite interesting video. I will make a haul about my most favorite niche fragrances from my collection. There are quite many, guys, so I'm telling you it might get a little bit longer, this video. I hope you have some time and you're as interested as I am. And I will not talk too much about each of the perfumes, because whether I already reviewed them by themselves or if I didn't, I will in the future. If you have any questions later, I will tell you more details about each of them. But for now, I think I will just tell you 1-2 words to each perfume, how much I like it, how is the performance, and so on. And I think let's just start. I divided it by houses because, yeah, some of them are having the same perfume house. So with which one are we going to start? I think we will start with, guys, just one thing. They are not in particular order, okay? I will just show you the way they are standing now here, and it's not like the first one will be my most favorite one. They're all my favorites. I pick the ones that I use the most, that I love the most, and these ones I'm gonna show you now. So the first one I want to show you is from the house of Byredo. It's called Accord Oud. Actually, it was my first Byredo perfume that I bought. I have a couple of from that line. Today I will show you only 2. And Accord Oud was my first buy. I love this, guys. I love Byredo. And I love Accord Oud. Absolutely unisex perfume. And if you know my channel a little bit, I'm somebody, I don't like when a unisex perfume leans too much on the male side. This one is just the border for me. This one I can wear and I love it. And it has oud, saffron, leather, cinnamon, and rum. And I don't know, it's so warm, it's cozy, it's sexy. This leather gives it a certain vibe that I could smell it all day. It's oudi, but it's a very nice oud. It's not too oriental. It's on the oriental side, of course, but it's very pleasant. It's very pleasant, and I think lots of people who are starting with oud, this could be a very good start if you like rum, because it has this slightly alcohol touch, but I love it. This leather gives it its sexy touch. Great perfume, great performance. It's a beast. 10-12 hours you will have a huge sillage. It's a head turner. I mean, everybody will notice you with this perfume. If you didn't try it and you like oud and you like the notes, what I told you, this is definitely one for you. I can only recommend you this 100%. Accord Oud Byredo. From the same house, I have my other favorite. That is, I mean, they couldn't be more different, these two, but that's why I picked them. And this was my second one that I bought. It's Blanche. And Blanche, I think, is, whether you love this perfume like I do, I mean, I cannot tell you how much I love it. It's so unique. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a perfume. You know, I think it reminds me sometimes when I was a child and I was going in the morning to school, we had a dry cleaner outside. And when I was passing by, this smell was coming in the morning out of this window. And it reminds me always, it really smells like dried wash clothes. Nothing else, just this, pure. And I think for some people it might be just awful, but I really love it. It's white roses, pink pepper, aldehyde, and violet. But I smell only dry, clean, fresh clothes. This is what I smell. If you're interested, you need to try this. This is definitely nothing for a blind buy, guys. This really you need to try. I think whether you like it or you hate it, or you love it like hell, like me. But I had to put it inside here because it's really one of my very, very favorite niche fragrances. Blanche Byredo. The next one, if you watched my channel a little bit, you will not be surprised that I will show you this. Shaghaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. Doesn't need many words. I don't use it. As you probably already know, my husband uses it. I'm using Oud Bouquet. I made a review and the comparison between Shaghaf Oud and Oud Bouquet. I didn't put Oud Bouquet here because for me it's Maison Lancôme, so it's a designer. It's not a niche. Shaghaf Oud is a niche perfume and actually smells a little bit more niche. It's oud, it's rose, it's praline, it's vanilla, it's sweet, it's warm, it's it's the biggest beast I will show you today. From all of them, this is the one. Guys, here you make one spray, and you will smell it for days. And actually, it's a very cheap perfume. It's not expensive. The performance is bombastic. It's out of this world, really. Even for somebody like me that I'm crazy about heavy, strong perfumes, this is a number too high for me. It's really knocking me out of my feet. I can't. It's just too strong for me. But on my husband, it's great. I love smelling it on him. Shaghaf Oud, Swiss Arabian. In case you're doubting whether to buy it or not, don't doubt. I think you should definitely get it. The performance is perfect. If you like oud, if you like rose, if you like this oriental, very oriental style, unisex, absolutely for men and women. Recommendation, 100%. The next ones are gonna be from my other favorite house, from Montale. Also, those I already showed you once. I will go fast through. It's not much to say. I love them all four. They're my favorites from the Montale family. First one I will show you is Roses Musk. As it already says, roses and musk. Absolutely, these two notes, nothing more. Performance is great. I mean, the Montales, I know. If I buy a Montale perfume, I already know it will be from the longevity. Never an issue. All of them are beast mode, okay? All day you will have your perfume, yourself smelling, the other smelling on you. Roses Musk, absolutely. Unisex for me. Maybe a little bit more leaning to the female side, but still very, very unisex. I recommend you this. If you didn't try it. Great perfume, great performance, nothing else to say. Perfect. The next, actually, there is not talked about much and is one of my favorites from Montale, really my favorites. I mean, I narrowed it down now to 4, but this will be on the second place, actually, from my favorites. It's Intense Tiaré. It's flowery, coconutty, beachy, summery kind of scent. Sweet, very coconutty, creamy, great. If you're into this kind of, I see a beach, an island somewhere, you know, Caribbean, with pina colada, something like that. It smells actually a little bit like pina colada, kind of. Very, very beautiful smell. If you didn't try it, please try it. I believe it's totally underrated. I don't hear it often that somebody's talking about it. For me, it's one of the best of Montale. Really, really love it. Also, great perfume. Next one from Montale is one that is totally crazy, and that's probably why it's one of my favorite. Sorry, one of my favorites, because it's so unique. It's Mukhallat. I already talked about it couple of times. This perfume is plastic. I mean, you will not find, I think, anything in the world that smells naturally like this, what I smell here in this bottle. Plastic, strawberry, plastic doll with strawberry scent. Yeah, if you want to smell like a strawberry dipped Barbie, that is for you, definitely. It's yeah, it's so original, it's so unique that I don't know, it reminds me of my childhood because I had these dolls, their hairs were smelling different fruits, and the strawberry one was exactly this kind of smell. And maybe that's why I'm so drawn to it. This is definitely something, it's also unisex. I could imagine wearing a guy wearing that perfume, yes, but I think it's not for everybody. I think a lot of people out there will say it's disgusting, it's awful, it's over the top, it's too chemical. It's chemical, it's plasticky. The strawberry is also not a fresh strawberry, is this candy strawberry, you know, a lollipop strawberry, this kind of, and mixed with plastic. So kind of you will have the certain smell. It has this Peru balsam, and this smells just like plastic. It is like that. But if you're interested, and maybe it's up your alley and you're as crazy as me, because I'm a loving crazy scents, this might be the one for you. So try it out. For me, it's one of my favorites. That's why it's today inside this list. And Mukhallat from Montale. Guys, all the perfumes will be linked in the box. The full names, everything, in case you're wondering. The last one of Montale, Intense Café, I couldn't left him out because he's my everything. This perfume was my first Montale that I got. And this is coffee, rose, vanilla, oriental, warm. It's like this, you know, coffee beans. You open the bag with the roasted coffee beans, and this smell, what is coming out of this bag, this is what you smell here. And the rose together with this coffee and vanilla, it's cozy. It's now, for the time that we're coming now to the winter time, my non plus ultra. This is my go-to. I will always grab it. I feel cozy. Everybody loves that. I got so many compliments on this perfume. I cannot count it, guys. This is really, if you didn't try it, please. It's beast mode. It's the sillage is great. Even when the coffee sits a little bit down and a dry down, you still have it a little bit. The rose is coming. It's a dream. It's a dream. Please, if you don't have it, I think everybody should have it. If you love coffee, this is actually what I always say. This is what I would have expect Yves Saint Laurent's opium, black opium. What this was kind of in my head, what it will be. This is what it is. And the black opium I don't like from Yves Saint Laurent, but this one is really coffee. This is the coffee that I love. Café Intense from Montale. The next two that I'm putting them together because they are the same family, the two Delinas. I couldn't left one out, although I have a little bit of more favorites, but I couldn't decide. They're still in my favorite list, both. So I made a video of where I compare these two. I would say it like that. The normal Delina is this fruity, fresh, happy, very female, this rhubarb, lychee, bergamot, roses, flowers. It's happy. It's summer for me. It's a nice dress. It's very feminine, very feminine, very beautiful scent. I cannot wear it every day, but when I feel like, it makes me happy most of the time. I like it very much, very much. Then there is Delina Exclusive that I prefer a little bit more. Delina Exclusive is a little bit a grown-up sister. It's more powdery. There's no rhubarb anymore. There's pear. And what I get most of all, incense. Also in the normal Delina there is incense, but here this incense is very present. I mean, I smell it really. It's still lychee, it's still bergamot, it's powdery, creamy, more grown up, more, I think more something for the evening night time. Okay, the sillage and the longevity of them is both the same, very good. Beast mode, I wouldn't tell them beast modes, but the longevity is very good. The Delina Exclusive gets me, let's say, 12 hours, and the normal Delina around 10 hours. So they're almost the same. But I couldn't decide which one to left out, and because they're still both in my favorites, I put it them both inside. Delina and Delina Exclusif from Parfum de Mali. Next one in my list I also talked already about is Ficolo Fiori from Etro. This smell is also one of my absolute favorites, guys. This one is, it's tangerine, actually, lotus, water lily, musk, and vanilla. But if you ask me what do I smell, sun cream, okay? It's just this cream that you put in the sun. I see beach. I see, you know, I feel this when your skin is getting warm from the sun and you have an oil or a body cream or something. Sun lotion. Just sun lotion, but in a very expensive and very, very nice way. I cannot, this you really have to try. But if you're into this sunny kind of sun cream smells, if this is up your alley, because I knew I will love that, because I love this very much. It's very creamy, it's very flowery, the longevity is great. This is the eau de parfum. There is also the eau de toilette, but I went with the eau de parfum. To the eau de toilette I cannot say something if the longevity is worse or better or whatever. I didn't even smell it, I just know the eau de parfum, and I love this one. Really, I can only recommend this 1,000 times. It's really, if I could choose only 1, 2, 3, it will be definitely in this list. So much I love this. Vicolo Fiori from Etro. The next one I reviewed already, and this perfume actually is very funny because I think nobody knows this one. Nobody. I'm quite sure. It's Emeshel. The house is called Emeshel, and mine is the X Premium Collection. This is how the scent is called. This scent is a niche fragrance as well. It's from Germany, the house. I'm actually from Germany, and I didn't know that perfume. I never heard of it, and I found it accidentally in Switzerland. It's a very funny story. This one, guys, is, I think, one of the best fresh fragrances out there. And I don't understand why nobody talks about it. Nobody knows it even. And it's so great. It holds on for 18 hours, I think, and it's a fresh fragrance. This is an out of the shower fragrance. Imagine you take Dolce & Gabbana Intense and you make the longevity like 5 times more, and you will have this. But it doesn't smell, guys, like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It smells more like Zadig & Voltaire's This Is Her. If you know that, this is very, very similar to it. It's like peachy, sandalwoody, orange blossom, rose, musk. Very, very creamy. It's fresh, it's cozy. It's an absolute unisex, but I think a little bit, a minimum more leaning to the female side, but not much. A guy could wear this easily. Guys outside there, if you love this, I'm out of the shower, have fresh clothes on, just out of the washing machine, but in a very expensive way, really. I cannot tell you, not even one, that I could tell you there is a better fresh fragrance in my eyes. And I smelled a lot of fresh fragrances. If you didn't try it, I can only recommend you this. You see, it's in my favorites. It's really great. The longevity is, for a fresh scent, out of this world, my opinion. Emeshel X Premium Collection. It's also an eau de parfum, I forgot to say. So, and now are my babies. The one is Amwash Sunshine. It's probably not a surprise. Yeah, a big love. A big love with this perfume. It's a peachy, apricot, creamy, white tobacco smell. This is actually the notes what I'm getting, but it's sunny. It's making me happy. I mean, even now in the winter time when I'm putting it, it's quite new to my collection, so kind of course I want to try it out now we have almost winter, so what to do, I'm putting it on, but it makes me happy in the winter time. That's what I'm waiting for next summer to be wearing it more. I hope until then I didn't finish the bottle, I have to buy a new one. I wouldn't have thought that I would love it that much, because the first spray was like, oh, is it up my alley? And then after I smelled it a second sniff, it was like, wow, it's perfect, guys. It's quite pricey, I know that. I know it's very hyped, but here the hype I absolutely get. I understand. It's one of a kind. I don't know nothing similar, nothing that is kind of like it. No, I don't know any dupe. This is really something very original. I'm so happy to have it in my collection finally. Amwash Sunshine. Do I recommend this? 1,000%. Definitely. Great, great. If you are this fruity, creamy, happy scents, this is for you. Longevity, I don't have to talk about. All day, on the clothes for days, maybe even a week. I'm still smelling it. It's great. It's a great perfume. Nothing else to say. So guys, we almost made it. The last two are also from the same family, and it's my absolute favorite perfume house. If you know my channel a little bit, I already said it lots of times, and these are my two biggest babies I have. I love them more than anything else. The Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. My absolute favorite is the Eau de Parfum, or will always be. It's my #1 perfume, guys, of all times. This one is so high, so much my favorite, that I don't think it will ever come a second perfume that will take his place. I don't think so. Even this one didn't manage. I love the Extrait version as well, but I will tell you something. The smell here, I mean, you know already, Baccarat Rouge is a little bit burnt, hot, melted sugar, and it changes for me into a sea breeze, kind of very, very unisex perfume, because it starts very sweet and then it becomes a little bit lighter and fresher. The Extrait version is a little bit different. I know it's also unisex, but the Extrait version I think is more female. I'm getting, in the opening especially, I know it's not inside, but this is what I see, orange and dark chocolate. This is really what I get. It's very sweet, but guys, it's now in the winter time, actually the Extrait is great. I love it. I love it. I was wearing it, I think 2 or 3 days ago. And I went to the post office, and the two ladies behind the counter, both of them, almost at the same time, told me, oh my God, you're smelling like heaven. What is that? It was Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait version. And yes, I love it. I love it. But I told you already, if somebody makes me choose between those two, and I can keep only one that I don't want to, but if I have to, I would choose the Eau de Parfum one. What about the longevity of them both? I can tell you they're a little bit different. The longevity is different. Why? Because the Eau de Parfum is probably on me for days, because after the second day, I still sometimes get a little bit of this Baccarat Rouge, okay? It's like a ghost. It comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. But it lasts forever, and it fills a room, definitely, for those who can smell this perfume, because not everybody can smell it. This one lasts very long time, but it doesn't disappear. It's always just there. It's sitting there, it's sitting very well. The sillage is okay. For me, it's not room filling, not like that one. This one, if I spray it here in my room and I go outside and I come inside the room in the evening, it smells Baccarat Rouge inside here. With this one, I don't have that. Yeah, we'll have it maybe for a couple of hours, but not longer. But I love them both. I think they are just pieces of art, both of them. It's masterpieces. I mean, yes, this hype about these perfumes is definitely, yeah, for me, absolutely, absolutely, I understand that hype, and I love it to death, especially this Baccarat Rouge Eau de Parfum. It's this really great, burnt, warmed, sugar, caramelly, sweet, but so rich. It smells so expensive. I cannot even explain you. It smells expensive, really. I mean, then later in the dry down, it becomes a little bit fresher, absolutely unisex on guys. I tried it actually on my husband just to see how it is on men. I loved it on him. It's just for everybody, any occasion, everywhere. The perfect number one. I recommend you 1000%. Just please not a blind buy, because maybe you will not be able to smell that. Not all our noses, it's a molecule perfume, so some of them, they cannot smell it, or they smell something very awful and they hate it. So please, please, please try it. I think a safer blind buy would be the Extrait, definitely, because here the chances that you can smell it are quite better than here, just for me as an advice. Okay guys, we went through my favorite niche perfumes. I hope you liked it. Maybe you write me down in the comments, what are your favorite niche fragrances? Maybe what is your scent of the day today? If it's a niche fragrance, I would love to read it. And yeah, in case I forgot something to mention, or you have something what you want to tell me, I'll be happy to read all your comments and answer you. Otherwise, I wish you a wonderful evening and hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.